What up, Scans545 here, and this is episode 23 of Silly Cyclists. And we'll be starting right off at number 10. It's become quite common now for posers, should we say, hipsters, whatever, to use track bikes on the road. But there's one very good reason not to, and that's because they're not designed for the road. They don't generally have places to mount front brakes, and as you'll see from this Fixie rider as I pull up, he has no front brakes. And a front brake is very important whilst commuting in a heavily dense traffic such as you find in London, as it's much easier to stop with a front brake. Number 9, we have a submission here from Atomboy83, and you'll see this cyclist here just stops right in front of the path of that crossing pedestrian. Always give way to pedestrians, just makes everything easier. Number 8, we are behind this cyclist in front, who I believe is a school child. Either that or a very young commuter, or he's out late having fun, which I don't think is that one, or the second one. So we'll go for he's a schoolboy. Anyway, he's kind of on edge. He turns around in a second, and he quickly gets out the saddle and accelerates. I'll give him as much time as he needs. No need to rush in this situation. And you'll see, maybe it's hard to see, but the pedestrians up ahead make a move and to cross, and you can see it coming, but he locks his rear wheel and does the usual skid that all the kids does, and does it again here to a stop. Probably not the best thing to do, to skid, you're not generally in control, but he's also wearing his iPod. Ditch that iPod in the city, man. You need to hear what's coming up behind you. Number 7, another one from Atomboy83, and this is obviously somewhere else in Europe, and they cycle on the right, and those cyclists are on the wrong side of the road. Cycle on the right side of the road, man. It's dangerous. Number 6. You'll see some community support officers pulling out here and coming to a stop in front of me. And as community support officers, they, unless you look closely at the text on their back, you could easily mistake them for police officers, and they should be showing the rest of us how we should ride on the road, how you should act on the road. And as the lights go green, they make a left turn, but I don't see any of them indicating. And it's certainly something I see a lot in commuter cyclists, is the lack of indication. Number 5. Here we got a submission from Red V 2002, and it's no surprise there that that's dumb, going up the inside of that bus. And you can see he jumps the red light there, and the lights quickly change, I believe, and the bus starts going. So really, no point. Just wait behind. It's a lot safer. Number 4. Here we're outside the Houses of Parliament in London, and you'll see on the left there's a raised barrier thing to stop cars going through, and that's about 3.5 foot, 4 foot high. And let's put it this way: you're not going to go over that in a rush. There's no escape route basically here. And this cement mixer is in the class of what I would call a HGV. You do not go up the inside of this. And it stops at some red lights, and you're going to see 1, 2, come on, 2, come on, 2, there you go, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 cyclists go up the inside of that. There's no ASL at the front. There's nowhere for safety. It's just absolutely insane. Luckily, they're very lucky in this situation that there is space here. Just do what I do. Take control of your lane. Just take a central position and don't put yourself in a position where you could get hurt. It's very, very silly, and I'm sure this is something we're going to continue to see. Just stop it. All right, number 3. Luckily here, I anticipate this 100%. I can see it coming, and I actually managed to move out of the way. But this cyclist here on the pavement just doesn't look, just comes straight down on. When you should treat joining the road as you would do in a vehicle. You need to take your time, check that everything's clear, and not just hop off on the pavement. Should be riding on the pavement anyway. Number 2. This really did piss me off. I wish I said a bit more to this guy, because I saw him for a few good miles. I kept leapfrogging him, but he kept going past me in traffic, or we took a slightly different route. But you'll see he's going to cut right across my path there, and I do not know how I didn't clip my front wheel on this tyre. You can't see in the video, but it was less than a centimetre from happening. I have absolutely no understanding as to why I did that. It's just absolutely insane. Anyway, number 1 here. I can't actually believe this happened. I did actually find it quite amusing afterwards. But a cyclist comes across across the Pelican Crossing on red and red pedestrian thing, and they shouldn't have, and their front wheel clipped the back of the moped, and they just went flying down on the ground. Luckily they were alright. I think they just bruised their ego a bit. But it was quite amusing. And let's have a look in a slow-mo. Here you go. You'll see them now pulling away. You'll see them start to move. It's not wise doing this. Just wait for the lights to change. It'll be a lot safer. There you go, and they hit the deck. Ouch! That is gonna hurt in the morning. Anyway, I know I said I'd start a new segment last episode. It's been a while since I've done one of these. I said I'd start a new segment about something good I've seen. Unfortunately, A, I wasn't really looking out for it, and B, I didn't see anything I thought was exceptionally good, which is kind of what I want to do. I want to show cyclists that are exceptionally good. So I'm looking out for things out of the norm that people do, like very clear indications, giving warnings to other cyclists, just seeing that someone else is going to make a mistake and getting out of their way just to make life easier. That sort of thing. That's the sort of thing I want to see. And I will be looking out for it in the future just to progress this. But anyway, that's it for this episode. Going to thank you for watching, and cycle safely. Thanks. Goodbye.